Kabuki, a reflection of Edo culture and society. Kabuki is a Japanese theatre art form that originated in the Edo period and has a long history of evolution into what we understand as Kabuki today. There are many facets to the art form of Kabuki, from the visuals of the stage set, actors' costume and makeup, to the stories and skills used by actors to bring the performance to life. In this presentation, we'll be looking into each of these aspects and what we can learn from them in regards to Japanese society and culture during the Edo period. To lay a foundation, the Edo period was during the 17th century and was greatly different from the previous Sengoku period, which was a chaotic time for Japanese society. The Edo period was all about peace and stability, with a strict social order. It was a time of economic growth, and the population had the opportunity to indulge in the joys of culture and art, one of these being the theatrical art form Kabuki. Many different art forms come together to create interesting characters for a Kabuki performance that is enjoyable for the audience. Each role is categorized by many aspects such as social standing, occupation, age, and role. This categorization is known as yakugara, or character. This mainly consists of onagata, tachiyaku, and katakiyaku roles. Onagata are female roles, such as young characters like the machimuzume, or courageous town girl, and akihime, or elegant princess, as well as elderly characters like the sewa nyobo, a wife that diligently takes care of her husband, and katahazushi, a maid that dwells in the household of a samurai. As for the tachiyaku role, or virtuous male roles, these consist of the arigato, a wild hero, the wagoto, who is graceful and gentle, and the jitsugoto, who is often reflective. And finally, the katakiyaku roles, which are villain roles, include the jitsuaku, who usually plots rebellion, the iroaku, who is bad but handsome, and the kuegaku, who is the evil noble. Each of these roles have their own distinct visuals, so they are easily recognizable and distinguishable for the audience. Each character's costume and makeup would correlate to what was worn by their real-life Edo equivalents. For instance, a samurai character may wear armour such as a kabuto helmet or mengu mask, or an empress may be shown wearing a juni hitoe, which is a formal attire consisting of 12 layers of robes. In terms of makeup, due to the fact that men would also play female roles, they would rely on makeup to feminize their features, such as adding colour to their lips and cheeks. The arts and structure that go into Kabuki could be argued to reflect Japanese culture and society in the Edo period. At a time when there was peace, a growing economy, and a joy for art, it is clear to see that no expense nor skill was spared in creating a performance that would truly be enjoyed by a society that has a great love of art. And the categorization of characters, as well as making them distinctly recognizable from their appearance, reflects the strict social order and stability of the time. Each character's features, such as their age, social standing, role in the play, is the same as how Japanese people would wear particular clothes and display particular behaviours to distinguish their place and role in society. This close parallel between kabuki and real life was created in order for the audience to grasp and enjoy the characters and stories in kabuki plays and find them enjoyable. And it is for this reason that these observations can be made of kabuki in order to gain some semblance of Edo society.
I will briefly run through the basic history of kabuki's development over the years and examine three major social aspects from the Edo period. Okuni's kabuki in 1586 started as a prayer dance, and she added more erotic byplays to increase profit. It attracted many people, male and female, to join her troupe and gained enormous popularity. After Okuni's death, Yujo kabuki, as known as Onna kabuki, was created to imitate Okuni's kabuki in 1610. Women danced in tea houses. Spectators were mainly men from all social classes. For instance, commoners, townsmen, and merchants. In 1626, Yujo kabuki was banned by the shogunate due to moral issues, since women were prohibited from performing. Handsome young men, also known as wakashu, took over. Plays are aimed at displaying beautiful boys. 1648. Homosexuality was forbidden by law. Still, the show must go on. However, young men's kabuki was unsurprisingly also banned by the shogunate in 1652, again due to moral issues. Then, the only permitted people left were adult men. Yado kabuki was established, and it settled the basis of modern times kabuki. The focus was no longer on sex services or beauty, but on speech and drama due to deprivation of music and dancing. It elevated the skills for makeup, costume making, and acting, which also established the fundamental practice of kabuki theatre in modern times. Genroku kabuki came afterwards. Genroku was the name of the period from 1688 to 1703. Boas stated that Genroku is a magical word and communicates to the historian the idea of one of the most fabulous periods of Japanese national existence. The nature of the people of the Genroku era and the historical and social atmosphere of the time is at the center of kabuki's meaning and significance today. After a brief run-through of the basic history of kabuki's development, there are several social and cultural issues and features can be identified. First of all, gender ambiguity. Kabuki was once performed by both males and females, where they sometimes performed in the opposite gender, even in Okuni's times. Young men and older men filled the vacancy of female after they were banned. Of course, refinement in makeup, costume, and gesture was necessary to reach the ultimate mimicry of female roles. At the same time, it blurred the boundaries between genders. Bows highlighted that pleasure women in kabuki, also known as onna kabuki or yujo kabuki, was primarily a vehicle for prostitution. Okuni's innovative ideas were borrowed from the tea houses. Even after women were banned from kabuki performances, young men were immediately brought not only into the entertaining stage performances, but also displayed as available for prostitution. Last but not least, failure of parental governance. Rules were strictly enforced, yet the results were far from oppressing the people's stage performances. It quickened its development. Ironically, after young men's kabuki was also banned, male actors had no choice but to perfect the female impersonator role, onagata. Makeup and costume making techniques were also brought to the next level. Actors were required to create more sophisticated of dialogue-oriented scenes to supplement the songs and dance and maintain the popularity of the performing arts.
Let us now delve into the heart of Kabuki theatre. Let us explore its major thematic elements and what were the most enticing topics for the Edo period public. Let's start with loyalty and honor. We have loyalty and honor, fundamental principles deeply ingrained in the samurai ethos of the time. Kabuki plays such as Kanade Hon Chushingura vividly portray the unwavering loyalty of retainers to the Lord, even in the face of adversity and betrayal. These tales of sacrifice resonate with audiences, reaffirming societal values of duty and selflessness. And close yet distinct, we have a recurring motif of revenge and justice, themes that strike a chord with the audiences seeking moral clarity and resolution. Stories like, once again, Chushingura delve into the intricacies of vendettas and the pursuit of retribution, offering catharsis and closure in a world where wrongs must be righted. And of course, like any other nation, love and tragedy is a recurring element. In the realm of love and tragedy, Kabuki theatre unfolds tales of passion and despair, exploring the depths of human emotion and the inevitability of fate. Plays such as Onna Goroshi Abura no Jikoku delve into the complexities of relationships, reminding audiences of the fragile nature of love and the tragic outcomes that often accompany it. Stepping into the annals of history, Kabuki breathes life into legendary figures and epic events, celebrating the heroes of Japan's past and the values they embodied. Yoshitsune Senbon Sakura stands as a testament to the enduring legacy of Minamoto no Yoshitsune, inspiring audiences with tales of courage and perseverance in the face of adversity. But there's not just, of course, actual history and factual stories that are replicated. We do have supernatural and fantasy themes as a big part of Kabuki theatre. Kabuki transports us into the realm of the supernatural, where ghosts, obake, demons, and magical beings roam freely. Plays like Narukami Fudo Kitayama Sakura ignite the imagination, offering audiences an escape from the mundane realities of life into a world of wonder and intrigue. Of course, to make the Kabuki stage function, we do have the kuroko and their art of invisibility. Kuroko, directly translated meaning black clothes, embodies the essence of its invisibility. They are the stagehands orchestrating scene changes and prop movements with an unseen grace. Their role, though humble, symbolizes a deeper theatrical convention, one that would shape not only performances, but also perception of a certain shadowy figure in Japanese lore and history. We have the theatrical influence on ninja imagery. We have Enter the Ninja, shrouded in darkness, master of stealth and deception. But how much of this portrayal is rooted in reality, and how much was a product of theatrical imagination? Historian Stephen Turnbull unveils this surprising truth. The iconic image of ninja clad in black owes its existence to the stagehands of Kabuki. Theatrical conventions blur the lines between reality and fiction, creating a perfect opportunity for one Kabuki playwright to script a kuroko, to walk out of the background to interact with the main play as an assassin, surprising the audience, trained to ignore the kuroko as part of the background and crafting a narrative of clandestine figures moving in the shadows, ready to strike at a moment's notice. Beyond the stage, the ninja's existence transcends mere theatrics. In a period marked by relative peace, they adapt, assuming new roles as bodyguards, spies, and even merchants. The era of epic battles gave way to a subtler battlefield of espionage and subterfuge, where disguises and espionage became tools of the trade, making the public image more of an accessible tool for the theatre. Thus, the major themes of Kabuki theatre provide a window into the soul of Edo period Japan, reflecting the values, beliefs, and aspirations of its people. Through tales of loyalty, revenge, love, and the supernatural, Kabuki captivates audiences with its timeless narrative, offering insights into the human experience that resonate across cultures and generations. Through analyzing the history, stage production, and themes of the era, we can learn about gender ambiguity, prostitution, the Edo government, social order, and art consumption, which is very important for cultural understanding and acceptance. If you ever have a chance to watch or participate in a Kabuki play, we recommend it with our entire hearts. Thank you so much for listening.